Hello! Thank you for tuning in to the Love Reads. I'm going to try something a little new this time around. I'm going to try doing pick-a-reads for each sign in relation to love. I'm going to put out 3 stones. The first time around with that pile, I'm going to do the relationship. Then I'm going to do the single version for the same pile. I'm going to try to give a little bit more diversity. I feel like even though we may share the same sign as someone else, we have different variations about what's going on in our lives. So I want to give more options, more diversity, so that way you can find what pile most resonates with you. Let me know at the end, of course, if this worked or didn't work for you. It's going to be a little different than normal, but let's give it a shot. Hello Aries, thank you for tuning in. For this read, I'm going to use the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. And for the supportive oracle, the Angel Answers card, Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Redley Valentine. Alright, I'm going to do 3 piles. That's a lot. Let's see where this goes. So this will be pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, that's pile 1. There's a stone for that one. Okay. Alright, this is an interesting way to start. I'm going to move this out of the frame a little bit more. There we go. Aries. Yep. Relationship first. Okay. I'm noticing this is barely coming into the frame here. Relationship makes me feel like your partner, it feels like it's really pulling towards the partner side. They want to return to something that used to be. They're trying to move the clock backwards is what it looks like to me. It's almost like a do-over in a sense, or remember when we used to live on what you call it street? How about we move back there? It's almost like that type of, but it's that type of ludicrous to me. It doesn't seem like it's really possible, but your partner wants to go back to a different time. They want to go back before things were whatever they are now. I feel like you're addressing it and you're just kind of like, well, that's nice. I like the idea, but we can't go back in time. We can only go forward. And I feel like that's what this is. I want to move back. I want to do things like we used to. I want to go back to the way things were. And you're like, well, we have different responsibilities now. That's not going to happen. But I feel like you're trying to find a way all right, we can't go back to doing things the way we used to. For example, if you used to be, maybe you used to date in high school and you could, do what you want, at the end of the day, and just hang out with each other and be involved in this and that and the other thing, and it wasn't a problem. But now you have kids, so it's not really an option. You have to take care of the kids and make sure everybody's taken care of, blah, 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 blah. So what I get with the Ask Your Angels and the meditation brings answers on their side is you're trying to find a way to bring back that joy while still keeping the responsibilities taken care of that you have nowadays. I'm noticing the 4 of Swords between you. You're not really finding a way to do that. You're trying, you're both thinking about it, you're trying to talk it through, you're looking for the answers. I just feel like that time has moved on. You can't really return to it. You're looking for answers, you're just not finding a way to do it. And what I'm getting here is instead of returning to the past, going forward, you have to find new ways to make the situation more enjoyable. I don't know why I'm going back to the high school thing again, but for example, if in high school you used to do maybe some type of pep rally thing after school, or I don't know, something like that, where you had time after the work was done to do other things, you're realizing I don't have that type of time anymore. I don't have that type of energy to invest in those type of things. But you know what maybe I could do? Maybe we could join into some type of league, maybe even a bowling league, maybe some type of golf league, maybe something else where we could do something once a week like that. We could do that together. Temperance is saying it's going to take a while, but you're going to find other options. It's not going to be the same. You're not going to be able to go to the past. I just don't feel you able to do it. But I feel you, over time, you're going to slowly see other options to bring more joy into the situation that you feel like you're lacking. Because you're both looking for it. As long as you keep on page and you both keep looking for it, things will slowly start showing you possibilities. And you'll, like, for example, if it starts with just a bowling league, and you try that out, and you're like, well, we seem to have enough time for this. Maybe we can do something else too. So you have the bowling league going on, and then when the bowling league is over, if that's how that works, maybe on the weekends you're joining a hiking group. Or maybe you're doing something else. Or maybe you're joining a book club or a movie group or whatever you got to do. Maybe you're joining something else. Over time, you're going to find more opportunities, though. Just don't get overly discouraged if at first you can't find a way out or a way to change things. I feel like this is an encouragement. Like, just keep looking. The opportunities will present themselves over time. Now, for Aries single. For Aries single, this is a whole different feel for these same cards. Something came in and left really quick. There was a quick flash, a quick moment of passion. In and out is kind of what I'm getting with this. The Knight of Wands is telling me at some point, either fairly recently or in the past, with this person that you like, there was a connection. It was very passionate. But as soon as it started, it was also over. What I'm getting with the Four of Swords is like, there's no way to connect to that person right now. You can't get this passionate moment back, is what I'm getting. You want that passionate moment back again. The Four of Swords is saying it's blocked. It can't happen. Right now, it's not going to happen. You would like it to come back with this person because you have a connection with this person. With this card over here for the other person, I feel like they have other things they're dealing with. I feel like there's a lot of mystery with this person, a lot of things you don't know. Quite frankly, a lot of things you don't want to know is what I'm getting. You may not realize it, but I'm feeling like that's maybe something you really don't want a part of. You just don't realize it. Nothing is happening here. I'm getting your feelings seem to carry into the future even farther. The Temperance is telling me nothing is changing here. I feel like the Temperance is saying it's just kind of like waiting for a situation to come back around again. That isn't really likely to come back around again, but if it does, it's going to be the same thing you already had. Quick in, quick out, move on. So for singles, I would say this is not the best bet if this is somebody you're feeling for. Because if you, it's going to be a while before you have another chance, and if you do get that chance, the same thing is going to repeat. In, out, done. Alright, that's that one. Stone 2. Alright, what do we have for... Got all those down there. How is this going? Is this going like this or like this? This is like... I feel like it's kind of like that. What's actually happening, I feel like is very connected to you. This is Aries. Aries. This is a relationship. This is coming like you. Okay, I feel like this is your influence. The situation itself is not exactly ideal. This is relationship, definitely. Not ideal, but it's also coming to a point, I feel here, where it's kind of like, all right, it's gone along so far this way, but it needs to change. The question is, when will the change actually happen? Because sooner or later, it's going to. Your partner, I feel, they're just kind of backing off for now. I feel like they don't know what to do next with it. They're not really sure what they want to do next with it. So I feel I'm backing off with the Seven of Swords, and then it's going into strength, because I feel like what comes in with strength with them is you saying, all right, it's time. This, I feel like this is your energy. I really do. I feel like it's you pushing this in here and actually making this happen. You're coming forward saying, you know what, this isn't going to work anymore. Here's what we're going to do about it, and this is the time to do it. Romance actually happening here is you. I feel like it's you again, having a positive attitude, having control of the situation, and moving it forward. You're taking a lot of stress off your partner is what I'm getting. Because it's when you first give them the word, like, all right, this isn't working, we're going to need to change it, and we're going to change it now. Strength is there because I feel like they're very nervous and they're like, oh boy, here we go. It's kind of like that roller coaster, that first dip on the roller coaster. But once it gets going, you're making this a beautiful thing. And I don't feel like this is a problem anymore. I feel like they're just kind of following your lead, holding up their side of the bargain, and it's moving forward to the next stage. I know that seems simple, but that's what I'm getting from here. If you're seeing a situation where you know it's kind of coming to its end, it needs to change sometime. Sometime it's gonna come a point where it has to change. You coming in and saying it's now. Now we're gonna change. You're the one in control. You're the one making this a good situation. I don't feel your partner leading. I feel you leading in this situation. Whether they normally do or don't, or however that works, in this situation, it's in your hands. Now, if we're gonna do, which we are gonna do, the singles version of this. Coming in to the situation, I'm feeling this other person over here is not happy with where their life is. And I feel like you might have limited connection with them currently because they're not happy with where their life is. I feel like they're just letting things be the same old, and they're not really changing much here. This, again, this is coming in from you. I feel like that's exactly the same for single. You're saying, you know what? Your life can be better. I can help you make it better. The balance off is I want you in my life. So I'll help you improve it if you want to be a part of my life. I know this is single, but this is you. It's not going right into a relationship, so don't take that the wrong way. There's somebody you're interested in, somebody who's just kind of not happy with their life, things aren't going the best. It's hard for them to handle. You're offering to help them. The romance comes later. You might not even say it in that way, like I put it, like you might not be like, I'll help you now for romance later. I don't feel like you're going to do that. It's not creepy like that, because that does sound creepy. But you're kind of like, you're getting involved and you're like, I can help you fix your life. Through those actions, they're going to become more attached to you. The romance will come later. But they need your help to do it. I feel like if this is hitting with you, like you chose the stone, of course, I get that. But the whole point is you can have this. It's going to take some work. If you decide that's good for you, that's okay with you, go for it. If you don't want to do this, if you don't want to help this person do that, which is completely acceptable in my book, then don't go forward towards them. Don't. It's not going to happen. They need help balancing out their life. If you're willing to help them with that, you'll get the payoff of the romance down the road. If you're not into it, you don't think that's cool, this is not for you. That's what I'm getting. That's what this whole point is. Alright. That's that stone. Short and sweet and nice. Let's do the third and final stone, which is this stone. I love this stone, and one day I'll remember what it's called. I never remember the names of stone. There's like a metallic one that's magnetic that I like. Can't remember the name of that one either. This seems like this is all a clump together here. This is where it's starting from. I feel like it's a lot connected to you. So this is Aries. Things moving forward. You know, it's kind of like a travel card. Could be movement of one sort or another. You're the one moving this situation forward. Alright, so when it comes to relationships, because we're going to do relationship first, you're moving the situation forward. But I'm also getting, whatever you're doing, I don't feel it's sustainable. I feel you coming in passionately, like this is relationship, and I get that. You're trying to get something to move forward. Whatever idea you have, it's completely moving forward on your ambition. You'll notice there's nothing here. Whatever you're trying to get going forward, I feel like your partner will help you if you tell them what to do. For example, if you tell them to go pick up this, and that at the store, they'll pick up this, and that at the store, but they won't go beyond that. They're not invested in the situation like you are. I feel like because of that, the situation, whatever you're dealing with, it can't sustain itself unless you're both into it, unless you're both invested in it. Because you're the only one invested, it's gonna end, is what I'm getting. I also see that your partner seems very okay with that. At most, this will last a few weeks. you're going to have to let go of it because you're just coming to a stalemate. You can't make it go on your own if the other person isn't investing too. They seem very happy that the situation is moving on with the Three of Cups. I got to be honest. They think this is better for both of you, for this just to move on. They don't know what's coming next. I get that too. But they're happier at moving on. They don't seem to be wanting to do this. I don't feel like they're completely against it, but they're happy that it's moving on. All right, now if we're going to read the same cards, which we are, for single, you're coming in quickly. You like this person. You're getting this person engaged. Anything this person does with you is through your power. If you're inviting them somewhere or saying, let's do this, let's do that, I feel they're going along with you to a point, but I don't feel them reciprocating that interest. Logan, no. Because of that, this is not going to make it. I'm also seeing if you're interested in somebody, they're interested in other people. That's the Three of Cups. They're interested in other people. You don't like that. That's another reason you're going to let this go. The situation may survive for a few weeks, but because the other person is interested in other people, I don't feel like you're okay with that, and you're going to let go. This Moon card is like, I feel like you might not see how deep they are into some other things. When I get Moon, I get Mystery, I get the Three of Cups, kind of like they're seeing other people. Maybe you don't realize how deep that actually is going or how long certain things have been going. I'm getting let go. This isn't going to work for you is what I'm basically getting. Anything else with this one? Alright, I think we're good with that. I'm going to wrap that up there. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.